Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Bernadette. Bernadette is the French female form of Bernhard, ultimately derived from Bernhard, an ancient Germanic masculine name meaning bold as a bear, from the Old High German elements bero, bear, and hard, hardy, bold, brave. The Olde English cognate, Beornheard, was replaced with Bernhard after the arrival of the Normans. The name was most famously borne by an 11th century Alp-dwelling monk, Bernhard of Menthen, who dedicated himself to converting the people of the Alps to Christianity, an isolated group still displaying practices of the old pagan traditions. He is best remembered for setting up traveler safe houses for French and German pilgrims going to Rome over the St. Bernard Pass, a very treacherous pass between Switzerland and Italy. The very large working dog, known as the St. Bernard, was named after this saint. The breed was used to find and fetch people in perilous conditions. The pooch would mercifully show up donning a brandy barrel around his neck in order to keep the suffering warm while they awaited rescue. Further cementing Bernard's holiness was another prominent 12th century theologian and doctor of the Church, Saint Bernard of Clairvaux. It was common practice during the Middle Ages to name one's child after important saints as a way of honoring the saint and protecting the baby. Female versions of masculine name were thus created for baby girls. However, it wasn't the 11th century St. Bernard so much behind the success of Bernadette as was St. Bernadette, a hugely famous 19th century French saint known for witnessing an apparition of the Virgin Mary in Lourdes, has since become one of the largest pilgrimage sites among Roman Catholics. See historical references below for more information on St. Bernadette. As a female personal name, Bernadette has shown great success among practicing Catholics over the years, particularly among the French. However, in more recent times, Bernadette has fallen out of circulation. The name no longer appears on the popularity charts in France or any English-speaking country. Personality of the girl named Bernadette. The number 4 personality is marked by stability and discipline. This is the personality that follows the rules and is conservative by nature. They have an earthbound energy that prefers to build things methodically on top of firm foundations. They don't cut corners. 4s take their time and don't like to be hurried. But the outcome of their endeavors is likely to result in some strong and useful structure, which makes them great engineers and inventors. 4s are anything but frivolous or controversial. This is a trustworthy, straightforward personality that embodies dedication and organization. They are the backbone and anchor in their relationships, careers, and communities. They are tidy, punctual, and full of integrity. Hard work comes naturally to a 4, and they are immensely reliable. This is the personality you can always count on. Popularity of the girl named Bernadette. Bernadette has never been a top 100 favorite, but she did enjoy moderate success during the late 19th century and most of the 20th century. The 1940s were definitely Bernadette's most popular years when the name briefly claimed top 200 ranking. She even did well during the 1950s and 60s. For whatever reason, however, Bernadette dropped in popularity pretty quickly in the 1980s, and 1993 is the last year she would claim top 1,000 standing. In 2012, for instance, only 88 baby girls were given the name Bernadette. Largely off the American radar today, this little French beauty and brave bear is pretty much up for grabs. The name is both pretty and strong. And right now it's hugely neglected. Bernie is a cute nickname. Quick facts on Bernadette. Gender, girl. Origin, French. Number of syllables, 3. Ranking popularity, not applicable. Pronunciation, Bernadette. Simple meaning, brave bear. Characteristics of Bernadette. Studious, practical, solid, dependable, conservative, industrious, hardworking. Cultural references to the baby name, Bernadette. Popular songs on Bernadette. A song by Andy Williams, a song by Talk Talk, a song by the Four Tops, Song of Bernadette, Pictures of Bernadette, Bernadette, Little Bernadette, a song by Harry Belafonte, a song by Leonard Cohen, The Village of St. Bernadette. Famous people named Bernadette. Bernadette Devlin McCalliskey, British politician, Bernadette Lafont, French actress, Bernadette, Bernie, Nolan, Irish entertainer, Bernadette O'Brien, girl crushed to death at a Smashing Pumpkins concert in Ireland, Bernadette Peters, actress/singer, St. Bernadette, 19th century French saint, Bernadette Chirac, French politician. Historic figures with the name Bernadette. St. Bernadette Soubirous is a highly popular and venerated saint in the Catholic hierarchy, commonly referred to as St. Bernadette of Lourdes. Bernadette was born into a poor family in Lourdes, France, and spent an uneventful, if impoverished, childhood. Then, when she was 14, she and a sister were gathering wood near a river when Bernadette espied a beautiful young woman, dressed in white, emerging from a nearby grotto. The lady did not have much to say that first day, she only prayed the rosary along with Bernadette. On subsequent visits, however, the beautiful lady told Bernadette that she was the Immaculate Conception. She also told the young girl to dig in the dirt, and water sprang forth, to instruct the local priests to erect a church on the spot, and to spread the word about the need for repentance in a sinful world. Bernadette stuck to her story for the few weeks of her visions. Naturally, this caused great curiosity among the villagers, dismay on the part of law enforcers, and consternation on the part of the church. Such attention was centered on the little town, especially on Bernadette, that she entered a convent and prepared to become a nun. Never in strong health, Bernadette suffered greatly from a respiratory ailment, probably asthma, and died at the age of 35. Her fame and that of her village grew even stronger after her death. Today almost 5 million pilgrims visit the holy site of Our Lady of Lourdes in hope of cures from illnesses, and there are some documented cases of otherwise unexplainable miraculous recoveries. Bernadette was declared a saint in 1933. We just can't help adding one amusing little side note. In the 1943 film, The Song of Bernadette, the lovely Jennifer Jones received an Oscar for her portrayal of Bernadette, while Linda Darnell, one of the most scandal-ridden B-movie actresses on the Hollywood scene, made an uncredited appearance as the Blessed Virgin. Oh, irony, thy name is everywhere a euro.